So what do you do when the world begins to unravel around you? When your classroom goes silent, your heart is heavy with questions, but no answer. You go back to your roots, you go back to your why. You ask yourself, what am I doing here? You see right now that I'm on an Ed Farm stage, but my roots did not start here. It began in rural Alabama. It did not start with any hashtags or Zoom link. I am the proud daughter of a sharecroppers, where hard work wasn't an option, it was survival. I remember one hot day working in the fields with my siblings, sweat running down my back as if it had somewhere else better to be. I looked up to my sisters and I said, one day I'm gonna move to Birmingham, and here I am. I didn't know exactly what Birmingham had, but I was pretty sure that there was air conditioning, fewer weeds, and no 5 a.m. calls. Being a sharecropper's daughter taught me grit. It taught me perseverance. I didn't realize what I learned in my early years would prepare me for what was coming for the spring of 2020, the season that everything changed. Classroom closed, communities froze, Zoom calls, muffled mute, blind screens. My heart was heavy. I was grieving. There were many days when I had to step back from the Zoom just to step outside, just to breathe. And then George Floyd, 8 minutes, 46 seconds. That really crushed something in all of us. As an educator, my heart was grieving. Not just what I saw on the television, on the news, but I was thinking about my students. They live in those communities. They live in the communities where the riot was going on here in Birmingham, and I knew that it would be hard for them. Still, my heart heavy, I picked up the phone, I called one of my dear friends, cracking in my voice, and I said, I just want to show up for my students. I want to create a safe space. In a soft, gentle voice, she said, have you thought about reaching out to Ed Farm? Okay, I grew up on the farm, mosquitoes and snakes, but I knew that Ed Farm was a community. It was a community, a safe community. The next day, we got on the phone, shared the vision to both Beth and Candace, and at that moment, they were on board. We created a safe zone where students' voices could be seen, could be heard, and they could be seen. It was a safe place that we created, a healing place for our students. In this digital safe environment, we invited a historian that shared with them how we had gotten to this place in history, the riots, the hatred between the races. We invited a counselor that could talk to the students emotionally, meet our students where they were. And it was at that moment that we began to bring our students in. It was a safe space. One of the students communicated, last night I had to duck. There were bullets right outside my window. It was not on the news, it was where I lived. At that moment, I knew that I was living out my purpose and that I was doing what I needed to do for my students, creating that safe space. As educators, we don't just create digital space, we create digital space that connects to where our students live. And where our students live is where we need to go so that we can reach them, so that we can impact and change the next generation.